When caring for a person who has a difficult time understanding words and expressing thoughts, daily routines can quickly become frustrating for everyone. Over the next few minutes, we will talk about compassionate verbal communication and purposeful non-verbal cueing. My goal in presenting this information is to help you be able to describe compassionate verbal communication, be able to define and describe nonverbal cues, be able to identify nonverbal cues that you can use, and finally, be able to describe how you can use nonverbal cues in your situation. But before we talk about nonverbal, let's look at verbal communication.
I just wanted to share with you guys that Mom and I went to a conference the other day and we learned a lot about the ways we could help Grandma Rose, especially when she has trouble talking or hearing or understanding what we say, because it makes her really scared when she's that way. Have you seen anything like that, Randy?
What happened yesterday? When you got your ball? What did she do that? What did she call your ball?
A tomato.
A tomato.
Yeah. Well, that's because sometimes she doesn't get the right words with the right thing. She knows what it's shaped like, but sometimes the words aren't the
What do
same.
you think, Riley? How can you show Grandma that you love her?
Maybe going out for dinner?
Yeah. What does she do for you in the morning?
Make toast.
She makes you toast. How can you show her that you're happy and you love her because of that?
Maybe.
I got an idea. You want me to show you?
Yes.
But we give her one of these. A big hug.
How about a kiss?
That too.
That would work very good. Every day that you see her, maybe a hug and a kiss.
Maybe 2 kisses and 2 hugs.
That would be good. That would be very good.
Well, when I talk to her, she doesn't always seem like she's listening to me. Would you tell me first about some of the things that we're not supposed to do?
Here are some of the things we should not do when we're talking to her. People with dementia have a difficult time reasoning, especially if they're stressed. Don't reason, don't argue, don't confront. Don't remind her that she forgets things. Don't take her reactions or anything she says personally. Here are some of the things that we can do and say. Give her short, one-sentence explanations or instructions. If we have to repeat instructions, then we should do it in exactly the same way with the same words. Be patient. Give her plenty of time to understand what you are saying. Asking more than one question at a time can quickly become confusing for her. Here are some more ideas. Agree with her. If you see that she is getting upset, distract her with something positive. If she insists you did something wrong, don't argue, just accept the blame, even if you didn't do it. The last 3 ideas are about being aware of how Grandma is feeling. Respond to her feelings, not her words. If you're getting angry, make up an excuse, leave the room, and instead of arguing with her. Grandma Rose becomes confused and afraid when people are angry or arguing. Be kind, cheerful, reassuring. Go with the flow. When Grandma Rose is confused or afraid, she cannot listen well or understand. Grandma has an illness called dementia. It is important for us to be sensitive to her needs.
At the conference, we learned that we can help Grandma by carefully giving her signals that she can understand as well. These are called nonverbal cues. You know what a nonverbal cue is? It's a signal. You know how, like Jake and the Pirates have their signals so they can understand each other? This is the same kind of thing, only it's being done without saying any words. We use pointing, we use talking, and we use showing how to do things. You could, for example, teach her how to maybe set a table
Did you
or
do
something
that?
like that. Riley, would you like to help with that?
Oh, you want to teach her how to do what? What is that called?
Brush teeth.
Good nonverbal,
That is
Riley.
a good idea, and it's a good nonverbal too, you bet.
A nonverbal cue can be something as simple as moving the chair back from the table after you have invited the person to come and sit down. This placemat is a good example of a nonverbal cue. It is a physical object that can be used to remind. Gestures can be as simple as handling a fork and saying, here's the fork, Grandma. It goes right here. And at the same time, pointing to where the fork needs to be placed. Here's the plate, Grandma. It goes right here. Taking the task apart, repeating the same pattern with different items. Notice that when the instructions suddenly vary, the unfamiliarity with what's being asked becomes upsetting, and it takes longer to understand the information. Grandma, it's time to brush your teeth. Modeling is a type of nonverbal cueing that allows a person with dementia to follow your lead. You can model what you are asking by beginning the activity or even by doing the activity with them. Once cued, a familiar daily self-care activity like brushing teeth can often be completed on their own. Facial expressions, body language, demonstrate how much a person is loved. Another area that nonverbal cueing can help is in play activities. Model the activity, be patient, be creative. Build a wall or a house out of blocks, even if the blocks were designed to be a different game. Putting a puzzle together or playing a simple matching game allows the person with dementia to watch and to follow and to feel safe. Interpreting and understanding the spoken word is a complex, multi-layered cognitive activity. That activity is simplified when there is a second nonverbal message that demonstrates what's being said. By giving visual cues, such as pointing towards something, touching an item, or pointing towards a picture that you're talking about, you can help the person understand what you are saying. Because they take their cues from the people around them, routines and consistency help a person with dementia remain calm. When conversation or activity move too fast, understanding and reasoning slow down. There will be challenging days, but there will also be good days. And as the days pass, your relationship with the person with dementia will change. You will need to find new ways to connect, new ways to help her feel safe, and new ways to help her understand. Purposeful nonverbal cueing consistently uses motions and gestures to enhance communication, demonstrates the meaning of words or phrases with actions, and uses facial expressions and body language to demonstrate acceptance and caring. As we near the end of this video, my encouragement to you is to consider, can you now describe compassionate verbal communication, define and describe nonverbal cues, Identify nonverbal cues that you can use and describe how you can use nonverbal cues to enhance communication.